Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hope all of you are having yourselves a great Wednesday as we are getting things launched here. Everything going good. Of course, Wednesday night. So those who don't know, Calendar is now streaming on Wednesdays with World of Warcraft, and tonight we are taking a break from the Division 2. We're going to formally finish the Grand Tour game. I actually completed it earlier this week with all the achievements, got and all the gold ranks and everything on all the stuff. But we still have episodes and stuff to do, so we're going to do those tonight. So this way we can, formally finish it. And audio going to the wrong thing here. All right, let's cut over here. So let's recent achievements. Recent stuff, folks. But the Grand Tour, 112 out of 112. We have it is a completed. It's completed outright in terms of achievements. But before we still got to do the thing. All the gold, all the gold, all the gold. And what it was like last Saturday night after the Twitch Sing stream and hanging out on Calendar stream. I decided, and working on the new intro, that let me buckle down and just focus on these various items to just see if I could do it and just focus on it. And a lot of them were time based. More than anything else, there were time-based challenges, with the exception of stuff and pick up and put downs, which involved a bit of an odd first-person shooter type thing. But then was everything else was focused on the on time. Now the question is, I don't remember what was the last one we did, so I actually need to go to my archives and take a good look at the Alrighty. Okay, because I don't remember exactly. What was the last one we did? Or I did. Thank goodness we could just do the Okay, we did the youth vote last. Okay. Alright, so we just got these four. Siege on Salty Sea, Legends and Luggage, Survivor with the Faddish, and Funeral for a Ford. Alright.
So what is a Grand Tour mini special? It's all based around here in this rather troubled part of the world. You've got Syria and Iraq and Iran sort of at the bottom, and then at the top you've got Russia. But in between you have this sliver of peace and prosperity.
Normalcy.
And that got us thinking. You see, if you live on the shores of the Black Sea and you're partial to a bit of fish, you're fine. But what if you like bream? See, bream likes fresh water, and the Black Sea is salty. Nearest fresh water is all the way over here in the Caspian, and that is 1,000 kilometers away.
Yeah, so
yes, you're gonna need a grand tour.
To drive all that way for your supper. What would be the best car?
Obviously, you'd need some sort of GT, but which one? The new Aston Martin DBS, the new Bentley Continental GT, or the newer BMW 8 Series?
Now, this is exactly the sort of question this show was designed to answer.
Clearly, it was named for
this
it.
Week, we took the grand tour to Batumi in the former Soviet state of Georgia.
That's some blue water, folks.
The meeting point was on the shores of the Black Sea, and naturally enough, James May was the last to arrive in the new BMW 8 Series.
It's a stunning car.
Doesn't look anything like
And
as
it's
good
brown.
in the flesh as it does in the pictures.
It is disappointing in the metal. I'm afraid that's the case.
And brown.
What?
Brown.
It's sunburst orange.
Mate, that's a brown car.
It's sunburst orange, it's not brown.
It's brown.
Orange.
And it looks very like a Toyota.
Is
No,
it
it
on
doesn't.
delivery wheels? Are they specially for delivering it?
What are you talking
No,
about?
there's
like
little
casters.
wheels that they can move it
that's
around
what I
on.
mean.
Oh, you've got the new
where
Bentley
on
that's the
back
same as the
Bentley?
old Bentley.
Apart from being a completely new car.
Yeah, but it looks the same.
It doesn't look the same. It's completely different front end, different sides.
Oh, no, it looks like an
different
Aventador.
back.
No.
It's a completely new car.
That's horrible.
Oh, that's quite vivid, isn't it? I mean, worryingly for you, I quite like that.
You like that, exactly.
So this is, it's a DB11.
No, well, no, it's the DBS. Superleggera.
Because it's very light, isn't it?
Is it?
That's what Superleggera means, yeah?
It's 72 kilograms lighter than a DB11.
And no more expensive.
Well, it's a bit more expensive.
How much more?
It's £67,000 more
Yes.
than DB11.
And how much is it?
A lot.
Is it something like £250,000?
No!
What is it then?
A little bit less.
230?
A bit less.
225?
Yes.
Mine's £100,000. It's contemporary and it's modern. There's no good saying, oh, it looks Japanese, as if that's a slur. The Japanese advanced the car massively in the last century.
Excellent points made there.
We decided to stop arguing and drive from here on the Black Sea right through Georgia.
Oh, I read a stupid article on Yahoo earlier written by some fucking clown who can't even bother to fact check, going off on the whole sabermetrics thing, applying sabermetrics to Cy Young winners and MVP award winners in the 1990s. It's like, fucking really, that's the last fun era of baseball there is. We're not going to see an era that fun ever again because of sabermetrics. This is like complaining that Juan Gonzalez won the 1995 MVP over Albert Bell because Albert Bell was a jerk, but his numbers were better. Yeah, but did he? So?
However, as we left
People are keeping Barry Bonds out of the Hall of Fame because he was a jerk.
Go. This is by far the most powerful car here, and the lightest, and the most sort of aggressive. And yet, it just glides along in GT mode, which I'm in now, Grand Touring mode. It's like a hovercraft. For God's sake.
Eek. I think I lost a second or two there. Yes, I did.
No!
Yeah, getting the gold on this was a pain in the ass. There's no question about it.
Right, there's a small difference there between the DB11 and this. I'm afraid you're going to have to face facts, both of you. You're in wheelbarrows, and I'm in a spaceship.
Ah, an old
Oh,
man
man,
imagining
thinking.
he's James Bond. Thing is, if we're going to talk about long-legged, luxurious, continent-crossing GT cars, we're talking about Bentleys. They're the definitive GTs. Whisper quiet, velvety smooth, a hint of massive power waiting.
You would believe it took me half an hour to actually hit that 50-second mark. I think I posted a screen cap of it.
0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, which is absolutely mind-boggling in a car this big. Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I already got the gold, so it's like just barreling down the raceway.
Oh my God!
Doing this more for fun than anything else.
Oh no.
There we go. Yeah, I still got the gold time.
GT car, first and foremost, it's got to be a nice place to be because by definition you're going to spend a lot of time in it, and this is a fine place to be. This finish on the center console, this metal here, is aluminium that's been
Aluminium.
milled in the same way that they mill aluminium inserts in the back of expensive watches. If I press this button here, I can rotate between my different screens. Oh, analog dials and clocks in the center of the dash. Thank you.
That is a nice little touch there.
The problem for me with the Bentley and the Aston is that they're actually a bit too hung up on being British. It is a bit of a British disease. We can't shake it off. We're obsessed with phony heritage and the meaning of tradition, and it's all just nonsense, really.
Much like Donald Trump, it's complete nonsense.
Go. Actually, if you want to talk about heritage and traditions, then the BMW has the strongest. It's still made in Munich by the same company. It has a 4.4-litre twin-turbocharged V8 developing 523 horsepower. It also has four-wheel drive, rear-wheel steering, and adaptive anti-roll bars. Ah! Keep going, keep going. Rubbish.
Yeah, it's also very crashable
Grab a
because of
brakes.
my 10. Yeah. It really gives you an idea how much focus I had to put on to do all the achievements without losing my flipping mind.
Help! Hey!
Ooh.
Well, that's interesting. Oh no!
Yeah, there are some routes and some cards I just don't like outright.
Ow!
This
Right then,
was
let's
how
go.
I barreled down the straightaways on them. Whereas it ends up slamming against the sides. The proper car, but I didn't drive it properly there, but it doesn't affect me either way.
No, our cars didn't recognize Georgia as a country. We soon arrived in the town of Gory.
Doesn't look
the
gory at all.
birthplace of Joseph Stalin. Outside, we checked out the statue of Stalin, which that night caused a debate between, well, two of us. The man who beat Hitler is from your town, so obviously, as they have done, you put up a statue to him.
Mm-hmm.
But then it turns out that he's an even bigger mass murderer, so do you take it down?
It's tricky, that one. Very tricky.
Can we talk about our cars?
No.
Well,
I'm not
This-
interested in the war.
this is after the
It wasn't
war.
the war, Hammond. This is sort of a pivotal bit of 20th century history. It affected the whole world.
Right, well, I'm off to bed.
What?
I'm off to bed.
You go to bed?
I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning.
We must have
Profound.
bored him because he's left some of his gin and tonic.
After some more considered debate about the town's Stalin problems,
And
I
if
have
you got a
an
problem, don't let it be
green
Stalin.
The next morning, as we were saddling up, Richard Hammond had a question.
Why have you put Nigel Mansell's head on my bonnet?
I thought you'd like it.
Uh-huh.
British racing driver, British car, thought it'd be appropriate.
It's a bold statement, isn't it?
So you've got a famous Brummie in the car and on the front of the car.
Uh-huh. It's a head turner.
Nigel Mansell must have been a big name around here. A lot of people looking at him.
Our next destination was a racetrack 70 miles away. And because James and I had racist sat-navs, we were taking guidance from the man up front, which was a mistake. And we've definitely been round here before.
If you wanted me to be in charge of navigation, you shouldn't have glued Nigel Mansell's head to my bonnet.
Well, why are we going so slowly? I mean, I'm being overtaken by trucks.
Well, Nigel Mansell's head gets in the way of road signs, and I have to sort of crane round him to see them, and I don't want to miss them. Go!
First person driving action.
Come on, keep going.
This does prove that this game could have had a first person driving perspective, which, to be honest, probably would have made things easier. As you go down here, another turn. Whoa!
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, really?
Well, that happened.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Come on.
Oh my God! Oh, come on!
Shit.
Oh, for God's sake! Oh, hello.
Trying to
Oh God!
pass the Superleggera DBS. Come on. Woo! Come on.
Oh yeah! Hello, how are you? Oh my God!
Come
Oh,
on,
no.
come on, come on. Get there, get there, get there. Woo! That was close.
Having passed
And intense.
company with James's fan club, we eventually arrived at the racetrack. Built in the days of communism, it hosted some terrible and boring races until the Soviet Union and it fell apart.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Years ago, though, it was brought back to life.
Indeed it was.
Now, we got to remember, 715 horsepower is
715 horsepower. A lot.
considerable of power.
It's an amount.
19, old school. All of that power goes to the rear wheels. There's no four-wheel drive, there's no four-wheel steering, there's no fancy trickery. Oh, look at this. Drifting with the traction control off.
But you can turn it off.
Go. Oh, dearie me. Well, how did that happen? Hurry up!
Remember the. Not even a third of the way around and we got a butt ton of drift. We do a proper one.
Oh.
Like I said, I can drift. The problem is I never have the good angles. Could be a nice big one here.
Oh no! Oh God!
We're just beating the hell out of this car, aren't we?
Speed is the answer.
I guess no argument for me.
Oops.
Look at all those meters. Damn near doubled what was required.
The DB11 was the first Aston I've ever driven that felt good on a track. And this is the second.
But it's virtually the same car but lighter.
Richard Hammond driving around in Chatsworth House here.
Begin! Go, go! Plenty of power, this is good. Watch this.
Let's go.
Gotta keep the pressure on. Oh my God. Come on, come on, come on.
That's called is using the momentum to carry you over. Wow, that thing takes off like a rocket. But, like it says, momentum works in so many ways.
Meanwhile, in the BMW, I too had been leaning on the electronics.
Previously on the road, I had this set up in my version of Sport, which you can program, and I had the steering on Comfort and the ride on Comfort. But now, I have it in Sport Plus.
And now, what can he do?
I have the least power, 523. I have the lowest power to weight ratio. But it's a meaty engine with lots of low down grunt. I can dig deep.
Dig so deep.
Combine that with the four-wheel drive and the four-wheel steering, and the 8 Series is exactly what you'd expect.
Garbage.
Go! This is a piece of cake. Yeah!
I feel the fizz.
It's tremendous. rubbish.
There we go.
Go.
Ooh, fizzy.
Yes!
We got.
Good! Yes! Oh no!
Oh, we got the 5. That's all that matters.
It's easy. It's a BMW. It feels like a BMW. It's so easy, in fact, that while going past the pits, I noticed something. There's a bloke with a stopwatch there. Does that mean they're actually taking times? I presume it does.
They were, so all of us decided to concentrate on some hot laps. Eventually, we pitted to see how we'd done. No surprises here. Aston was the fastest. No, but obviously by an enormous margin. You did 2:05.8.
Yes.
Richard Hammond.
Yes.
2 minutes.
Yes.
4.8.
Barely.
So a second quicker. That's the closest you two have ever been.
That is.
Oh, hang on. Text. Oh, God, Mr. Willman.
Mr. Wilbin.
How does it know when we're all sitting around?
It's uncanny. Go on then.
Right. I've seen how fast you can go in your cars on a flying lap.
Yes.
Now we shall see how fast you can go when you're bursting for a pee.
What? Really?
Right. Each of you will drink 3 pints of water, wait 20 minutes, and then see how much your times improve.
Yes, you heard that right, ladies, folks.
Soon we were ready to begin the test.
Right, so we drink these, and then when we've drunk all 3, start the timer.
Yeah. That's disgusting. It's just revolting, this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, this is quite an interesting test because when I drive normally, I drive on the motorway at 70 miles an hour. Of course you do. When I need a pee, I'll do 180.
Goodbye.
No bladder control there.
Oh no, that hurts. Oh.
3, 2, 1. I'm out of here. Good luck. Oh, it's his starting. Ah, no, running's unwise.
Don't need a Waz. I don't need a Waz.
Away! Forward. Slight slow there.
Use the track to your advantage.
Danger.
As I said, this game is an arcade racer. Is basically an arcade racer. So we are. I play it as such.
Ow!
I think you might have to go after that one.
Here comes a really dangerous end. Full throttle.
interfering. Come on. Come on.
This next one was definitely a challenge to do.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm just not thinking about it.
Need a wee. Braking hard. Oh, it's worse going through the corners because it all sloshes to one side. Begin!
What a tit.
There we have one. We gotta keep it under 5 or under. 5 or under. Got one. My best is 4.
Get on with it! Oh my God! Give me everything you've got. Bollocks! I hate it. Unleash the beast. Oh, for God's sake. Oh.
Yep. Heck with it. Couldn't.
Oh, God. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Keep going. Rubbish. Now, this bit is really scary. Oh. Get off.
Well, we kept it under 15.
That'll do. Just. Can't run. It's gonna happen. What? Who's in there? James!
Bugger off, I'm having a waz.
Hurry up!
I'm having a waz.
Just hurry up! I'm going to go in a minute. Right, that's it. Let me in. Oh God, there's more. Oh God.
It's just awful.
Listen, mate. James is in there, and I'm first. You ain't getting in ahead of me.
Fine,
There's no way.
It is awful though when you get to the door, your body's saying, yes, time to go, but
Yep.
you can't.
Stop talking. Why are you bothered anyway?
Well, I solved the problem, second corner.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
James,
I'm having a waz.
yes, I know, I've got the times. It's quite interesting. You were a second slower on that lap.
I'm desperate for a slash.
Do you think you were faster or slower?
I don't care.
Richard Hammond,
See?
your original lap, 2 minutes 4.8.
Oh.
Your new lap,
Stop talking.
2 minutes
Yes, whatever.
0.5. You were slower as well.
Because I was concentrating on not doing what you've done.
Yeah, well, that's interesting because I did what I did. Look at that. How interesting is that? Exactly the same. I mean, I was basically.
James, hurry up!
Yeah, that was a thing, folks.
The next morning, we went for a drive round to Tbilisi, one of the coolest cities we'd ever been to. We then found a flea market and decided to test the boot space in our Grand Tourers by picking up a few souvenirs.
I'm not sure they would have been able to win a war like this.
This
Do.
is a Russian wall clock. It says Moscow on the dial. It works.
Is it a Soviet one?
Yeah, a Soviet cine camera. Now, come on.
Tourist destinations are touristy.
We do a selfie.
I love the way that they've captured the lustfulness of the lady dog and the wistfulness of
James.
James. Having done our shopping, Hammond and I were soon back at our cars and filling up the boots. What have you bought?
Giant pair of jugs. Georgian wine jugs.
Do you know what the Georgian is for wine jugs?
No.
Norks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
So you've got 2 giant Norks.
Yep. A guitar and a clock, and I'm very pleased with the purchases. What's with the trombone or whatever it is?
Well, it won't fit. With my record player and my bird and my gas mask.
That's a striking piece. We'll put it on the back seat.
Look, small.
Go on, the back seat will accommodate that. Look.
It's going to be critical.
Oh my God!
Told you it would.
Do Aston Martin describe that as a back seat?
Yes.
Apparently.
I wouldn't call it a leather pouch.
There we go. It's a puzzlement.
Anyway, the interesting thing about the Aston Martin is... I've got quite a lot to say.
I need to get out now.
At this point, James came back after a very ambitious shopping trip.
Could you hold the porcupine, please? Yak goes in first.
How big is that boot?
It is actually really big.
It's unnecessarily big, actually.
Too much boot.
It's a Grand Tourer. It's for taking luggage, as you said only the other day. His master's voice will go there. And then the Spanish man of war.
I then came up with a plan to get rid of what wouldn't fit in my car. I bought you a present.
You're a musical man. That's very thoughtful of him, actually.
Thank you.
With our souvenirs loaded up, we got back on the road.
Is to see what survives. No. Actually, that would have been the challenge under normal circumstances.
Away! Help! Oh my word!
Come on.
Ow, 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 ow. Right. Yay!
Let's go. Arguably, it's the slowest car, but on the straightaways, momentum is key.
Hey! Hammo! Didn't like that at all. Ow! Ow! Rubbish!
Really?
So close.
Yeah, like I said, a good thing I'm not worried about it.
At the next town, May and I wanted to pull over, and Hammond didn't.
It's all very nice jollying around, but these are GT cars. We've got to cover miles in them. We've got miles to go. We need to get a move on.
The town, however, was called Ganja. So obviously May and I wanted to experience the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Can we stop stopping off to look at things? The whole point of this trip is to prove that these powerful GT cars can devour continents, and we're not devouring any miles.
Ooh.
But we need to get going.
You do know that these aren't actually quicker than any other type of car.
What?
No, in
What?
the real world. I mean, these feel great. That's why we like them. It's nice having a powerful car, etc. But in the real world, they don't go any faster or slower than any other type of car.
They go faster.
They go
They
faster.
don't.
What, those larders we've been overtaking endlessly since we got here, you're saying that my twin-turbocharged Aston Martin is no faster than them?
Not in the real world. I'll demonstrate it to you tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Tomato afternoon.
Right, May, what is your thinking?
Well, I've bought this Renault 9, it's the GTL. And I've flown Abby out to drive it. We're going to drive 50 miles to a place called the Garden of Paradise.
Why can't we just go where we're going?
Because I just said we're going to the Garden of Paradise. It'll be nice. So Abby gets a 2-minute head start. You won't be able to catch her.
Oh, well.
You won't.
She has a 2-minute head start,
Yes.
and you think we can't catch her up in 50 miles?
Nope.
Exactly.
That's not in good condition.
It wasn't very expensive. Start the engine, please.
Oh, well.
well.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Right, you ready?
Purrs like a kitten.
Oh,
In 3, 2, 1, go! Professional racing
yeah,
driver.
that's it. She's good. She's
Yep.
good.
You bought a dog.
Doesn't work.
18 seconds.
Stop sounding excited about this ridiculous escapade.
Is it a ridiculous escapade? Nope.
No.
All right. Now, the DBS is actually the lightest and fastest of the 3 cars.
Drive carefully.
That is disturbing. Hello. Oh no! Oh my God! That's will do.
Come on.
Here he comes.
Yeah.
Drive fast.
Looking good is more important than looking where you're going.
Are you terrified?
Right.
Oh, good. Calm down. Ta-da! Moron.
Wow! I got pushed off the side.
Hello. Yes. Oh, for God's sake.
Okay, that one was on me.
Right, so, new plan. Whoops. Oh, toasty. Right, onto the straight.
No offense, Abby, but you're not having this.
The finish line at the Garden of Paradise was close. And as we entered the outskirts, the patio of paradise, Abby was in sight.
But then,
The race we knew would be ours, but then it turned out that actually the finish line was in the 14th century.
Oh, my word. Getting narrow, very narrow.
so narrow.
Oh, I don't know how much a carbon fibre chin spoiler is on one of these, but I bet it's a lot. By this stage, I knew I'd lost, so I needed to come up with an excuse. Leave the head. The hat.
This is not Bentley country now. This is really Land Rover territory. James May, you are a bloody idiot.
Sit rep. Man arrived at the window, took 30 units of currency away, and I now have this hat. Eventually, Hammond and I found Abby's victorious Renault at the finish line. And then, what was definitely several hours later, May turned up.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, God.
Who won then?
We did.
Did you?
No, we didn't. Well, he went hat shopping.
I did. Look.
Took him
Really?
ages choosing that one. Honestly, we must have been... How long were we hat shopping? Must have been a good half hour to get the right one.
Well, half an hour with the black one, and then I didn't like it.
That does not happen by accident. That sort of thing takes time.
Takes a lot of time.
With James's unrealistic real-world test out of the way, we continued heading east.
Go! We're gonna die. Yay.
And what it is the exact same course, but in reverse. Well, we got the gimmicks and stuff to use. Whoa.
Come on. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why more people don't drive their cars on the road.
Would it be safe to say I haven't played this game since Monday afternoon? Was it Monday?
Oh, God. Right. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Oh, for God's sake.
Come on.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that just happened, folks.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Keep going. Oh!
And we pull straight away.
All the things a car has to excel at to be a good GT car. Luxury, comfort, power, style, make for just a good car of any sort. And this new Bentley Continental GT is a very, very, very good GT car.
Super good.
This thing is a masterpiece. They absolutely nailed it, and it deserves to wear its flying B. What a thing.
So, my BMW. Now, when we started this trip, I nearly thought it was rather good. But now, I'm pretty much in love with it. And most of that, to be honest, is because of that V8 engine. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's unobtrusive. But then you just knock it down
A few and
give it a bit of shoe.
give it a bit of shoe.
Go!
Come on. It needs a little more shoe.
See, it becomes sonorous, its voice becomes more heartfelt, and it tingles through the steering wheel and through my buttocks. It's lovely. And the other thing, and I know this is going to sound a little bit sort of hashtag first world consideration, but it's only £100,000, considerably less than half the price of the Aston Martin. It also looks better, and it's made by Germans. Buy this.
He makes a compelling case.
been a great trip, this. A couple of things we've learned on the way. Number one, Georgia, hidden gem, Tbilisi in particular. And number two, pottery is much sharper than you might imagine. Then there's the DBS, and that is tricky. It is as fast as hell, and it's comfortable, and it looks sensational. It's a hugely appealing car, but is it worth £70,000 more than the also hugely appealing DB11? And I don't think it is.
Well, Katie McCanny just basically showed how much of an idiot she's being.
Interior that made you feel special, like the interior does in the Bentley. I'd have a different view, but they didn't. So I don't. Sorry. After a stunning drive through the tip of the Caucasus, we eventually arrived in the jaw-dropping capital of Azerbaijan.
It is a stunning place.
And moments later, we found our grail.
For Knights of the Round
There
Table.
we are, look, 50 feet below sea level, and we have arrived at journey's end. The Caspian.
The Caspian
largest inland body of water
in the world.
Our journey is complete. Let's get a bream.
Richard Hammond doesn't like fish.
A bream's fish?
No, Hammond, they're cows. Of course they're fish.
I don't like fish.
Well, on that terrible disappointment,
For him.
back to the tent.
Why did you say back to the tent, you idiot?
Oh, right, I've got biscuit.
Do that on space.
I know, it slipped out.
Well,
No, never do that.
It gives us a chance at least to say how good GT cars are. I love them. The rear with front engine at the front and all the power you need. They're everything you want in a car.
You know, I agree. The BMW was the best as well.
Yes, but James, why don't you tell the ladies and gentlemen about the BMW's lane departure system? You know, the one that keeps you in the white lines when you're driving along?
Yeah, well, the thing is, it was a pre-production car, so it had a slight glitch in it and you couldn't turn it off. And it's quite annoying on the road, you know, because it does that. But on the track, the problem is that you aim for a perfect apex, but the car thinks he's about to have an accident. And then it just throws you back into the middle of the track again. It's extremely irritating.
There was that, which you moaned about a lot, and the gearbox.
Yeah, the gearbox. Well, the problem there is the display on the dash, there's two of them. One of them says what gear you've selected, but the other one says what gear the car thinks you should be in. So again, on the track, you'd be driving on going, here comes a left-hand man, right down to second, then the car would go, seventh?
That is annoying.
It's basically German saying that England and there's nothing here.
Exactly. But it was bloody fast, the BMW. It was excellent.
But I still think the Bentley was the best. It was the best.
Well, I agree.
What?
I agree. Look, I really like the DBS, okay? It was a fantastic car. I like the DB11 as well, and the Vantage. But for doing that journey, I'd choose the Bentley.
Yeah, wait a minute. Haven't you just recommended the Aston Martin DBS to a friend of yours?
Yes, I have.
And has he since bought one?
Yes, he has.
Yes, he has. And on that terrible disappointment for him, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
And as I said, folks, I already got the goals from. That's why I'm not attempting anything. It does say a suitcase.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. And coming up in this week's show, James stands next to a car.
Yes.
Richard pulls a face. And some Toblerone falls over. It is an action-packed show, but we start with Lancia. I've said many times that over the last 100 years, no one has made more truly exciting cars. There was the Integrale and the Stratos and the Fulvia and the O37. The list goes on, and yet all they make today is a steaming pile of ordure called the Ypsilon. Look at it.
Yeah.
I would rather have a maggot-infested wound than drive one of those. Honestly, it makes me sad that they've been reduced to making that, and it turns out I'm not the only one.
Do-do-do.
There's a man in Italy called Eugenio Amos who looked at the old Delta Integrale and found himself wondering, what would it be like if Lancia made it today? How would it feel? How would it go? And then he stopped wondering and decided to find out.
Do-do-do.
This is what he came up with.
Bum, 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 bum.
The engine is a 16-valve 2-litre turbo, as it was before, but it has new rods, new pistons, a new turbocharger, and a lot of electronic tweaking. So now it develops 330 horsepower.
330.
I love this car precisely because it isn't an Audi. And I love it because someone cared enough to make it. And I love it most of all because it's giving me my youth back.
And doing this track in reverse,
Oh, dearie me.
is easier with a smaller car. Don't think we're gonna get that Minute 03, however.
Ow, God, that looks tricky. Oh, no. Oh.
Definitely not gonna get it. Because when I did gold this, I was at like 45 seconds around this part. Yeah, we're looking at a... Yep, silver. Knew it. Too many bangs.
That's 140 more than you got in the old car. And there's more good
3
news.
seconds off.
Most of the body panels and suspension components are now made from either aluminium or carbon fibre. And there are two advantages to that.
One is...
Number one, they won't rust. And
This-
number two, they're light. And because of all this work, this car is pretty quick. There's a fair bit of period turbo lag, as you can hear. But when it gets on song,
It will fly.
no. That is my foot pinned to the floor. Yes. Boy. Go on, keep your foot in it, man. Roaring up.
Come on. There we go. Let's see if we can get it around even faster.
Acceleration.
Effin' savage acceleration.
No!
And that's going to cost us a few precious seconds.
Oh my god.
As well as that. Trying to get down there. Trying to get down there under.
Get a bloody move on.
Wow, we can't drive
fast.
No, but it's going to be slower than the first lap. A lot slower.
Go! That's it, keep going, keep going.
Big turn, big turn, big turn.
Yes, joy of joys.
Come on. Yeah, we're looking to beat 5704. Can we get it at under 5704?
Faster. Come on, turn. I love speeding. No!
I may have just killed off 2 seconds I probably needed. Come on.
Oh yeah.
It does
Ooh,
60
nope, couldn't beat it.
4 seconds. And flat out, it'll be doing more than 160 miles an hour.
I had a shot, but then I banged against the side.
Though, is that all the understeer you got in the original car has been replaced with an extraordinary
Again, if you're just joining us, folks, we are just
and neutrality.
finishing the game because we did stream it previously on the last 2 weeks, so you know, proper finishing. Start a game on stream, have to finish it.
There is, however, one problem. It costs £250,000.
That thing costs 250 million pounds.
Integrally, here we go. Didn't bother filming it, but we haven't got the time. Oh. Well, no, look at it this way. It's actually the same speed as a BMW M2.
I think I can also claim quite reasonably that the old Mercedes A45 would go around the track faster than that.
Yeah, and be a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yes,
Just a fact.
but
What?
everything on a Mercedes would work. And who wants that? Be dull. It's what Eugenio was saying. You don't want German you aren't in the Italian frame of mind, you
Oh,
two.
we're not.
No, you're not. That's the
Okay.
trouble. Has
Well-
anyone here got an Italian car?
No, they're not here, are they? They didn't make it. It's raining.
Did you? Yes, that is a good point, actually. It's also very windy, and before the tent blows away, we should get on.
We should.
Yeah.
We must move on.
Yeah, let's move it on. Now, earlier on, Jeremy was listing all the wonderful and remarkable cars that Lancia have made over the years. But let's not forget, Porsche has also made some rather remarkable cars.
Absolutely. There was the 911.
When?
There was another
sure.
sort of 911. There was a slightly different 911 that was green.
Yes, I know. But this year marks the 50th anniversary of what I think must be the greatest Porsche of them all.
Is it a 911?
No. It's called the Porsche 917. And
Well,
even if you have no interest in
917
motorsport,
almost sounds like 911.
you'll most likely recognize this machine because it's quite possibly the most iconic racing car ever created. The first thing you need to know is that although the 917 looks like a big, wide car, actually, it isn't.
Oh, that's why only short people are racing drivers, folks.
I'm in. God, it's tiny. Holy mother! Go.
All right.
Porsche is the most successful car maker ever to race
go.
at Le Mans. They have 19 victories to their name. But this is the car that started it all. This is the car that gave them that all-important first win.
Flippin' A. You know, you don't play this game for a few days. You actually end up forgetting how a lot of things the cars handle, the apexes and stuff to hit certain things. At least that's.
The following year at Le Mans, on the way to another crushing victory, it would go through the speed traps at over 241 miles an hour, a record that stood for more than 20 years. And in that same race, it was so fast it would cover a total of 3,315 miles, a distance record that would stand until 2010. Well, that's remarkable.
Okay. $118. Need to drop. All right.
Oh, yes!
Time to buckle down.
Go faster.
Now that I have a better feel for it. Barrel down the track. Hard brake. Yeah, a little.
Concentrate.
Started that turn a little too soon. And we got the big turn coming up here.
Ow!
Followed by another turn.
Slight slow there. Oh, I shouldn't feel so good, but it does.
And it's the.
Go.
Wow, it's another minute 18. What the hell? That's right, I took it slow into the corners. Back with it, need to go balls out.
Concentrate, look through the bend. This is quite a complicated.
This is how I broke the X button on the previous controller because of doing stuff like this. Alright, come on.
Well, that's interesting. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Help! Danger!
Come on.
It's tremendous.
Let's go.
Help!
Wow!
What am I doing?
Yeah, that happened. Good thing nobody is watching. Otherwise, I probably would have been clipped.
Even though it's a 50-year-old car, the 917 is fast by the standards of any decade. 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. Top speed, 224 miles an hour.
Away! Thank you.
Doing the track in reverse. Come on. Big bend here.
Dab of brakes.
was built with
44 seconds. Yeah, that's how you do that. Yeah.
So, for example, this bodywork, which is very close to my head, it's fiberglass, 1.2 millimeters thick. That's it. Now, in front of me, I have a big rev counter, an oil temperature gauge, and an oil pressure gauge. That's all the information you get. If those are reading correctly, that means the engine isn't going to blow up, and that means you can pin it. Go!
All right. This is the.
Yes!
Shit!
Oh no! Go faster. Slight slow there. Yeah! Concentrate, look through the bend. This is quite a complicated one. Ooh! Good!
Like I said, I can drift pretty well if I time it right.
Yes! Yay!
And there it goes.
Ow!
Well, lost it.
Forward. Ooh!
Yeah, the last crash cost a gold attempt there, but we got it previously, so no loss.
621 horsepower, which is modest by the standards of today's road-going hypercars.
But this thing weighs just 800 kilograms. As a result, the power to weight.
Now they did do a season 4, or at least they started to do season 4, where there will be big adventures and stuff. But I don't think that's going to be used for any expansion off of this game, which, although
Its gestation was,
Let's say it was quite difficult.
The story of its birth starts in 1968, when the governing body for sports car racing, alarmed that the top-end unregulated prototype cars were becoming too fast, too expensive and too dangerous, decreed that such machines should have engines no larger than 3 litres. However, the governing body also said that if you could build 25 road-going versions of your racing car, that engine limit would be raised to 5 litres. Although secretly they knew that no small sports car manufacturer could actually afford to do that. They didn't think there'd be any takers. The ragtag Porsche team
And-
just made the deadline, and the motorsport inspectors gave the road cars the sign-off, presumably not inspected them too closely, or they would have noticed that most of them had truck axles. Pierre hoped for a
Yeah,
big
there's,
win at the
and there's always a way around everything, folks. Oh, it looks pretty.
was a disaster. One of the privately entered cars crashed on lap 1, killing its driver. The others broke down as the race wore on, until just one remained, driven by this man, British driver Dickie Atwood.
Difficult would be putting it mildly. Life-threatening could be another one. It was a monster. It was made for speed, like a bullet to go through the air, but there wasn't enough pressure on the bodywork to keep it on the ground.
Too aerodynamic, basically.
Celebrating its 50th birthday, I think it deserves a fun day out.
So I thought, why don't we put Mr. Dickie Atwood back in it to stretch its legs a bit and spice things up? And whilst he's there, let's see how the old legend, I mean the car, stacks up against a modern Porsche.
Specifically this Porsche, the 911 GT.
Translation: it's a bit one-sided.
In Porsche's current arsenal.
Now, attentive viewers will have noticed that I'm not actually driving, and that's because I've decided to do this properly. We're going to have old Porsche Le Mans winning racing driver versus young Porsche Le Mans winning racing driver because this is Neil Yarni and he won for Porsche in 2016 in the 919. To be honest, he's also probably a bit better at this than I am. Go.
Again, much more modern, faster, and powerful car against the one that was basically made for a track and that had, well, a number of issues. Excuse me. Big turn.
Dab of brakes.
Oh, look at that. We're actually... Whoa! Was going to make a comment about staying on the track, but that wasn't completely true now, was it? Miles per hour are climbing.
Here we go. Ow!
Yeek!
Rubbish!
And that just happened.
Right then, let's go.
That super clean first lap, and then that. And tomorrow night, Star Trek Online on the agenda as we will continue our Klingon Defense Force character that we created last week. And tomorrow's stream will be starting after 9 o'clock again. Work with issues.
So you see, James, some old men can drive fast. Just saying.
Anyway, let's move it on, shall we?
Yep, let's move it on. As you would probably imagine, we have to travel a lot to make this show. I mean, just in making this series alone, we have been to Colombia, Detroit, Las Vegas, Scotland, Tbilisi, Baku, Istanbul, Helsinki, and Chongqing. Mongolia, Hong Kong, Florida, Spain, France, Italy, Switzerland. That's just to make 13 programs.
Yeah, and we're not making that up. We genuinely have been that far.
Yes.
And that means we have to go through a lot of airports. And almost all of them drive us mad for a number of small reasons and one big one.
Yeah, you.
What?
Well, you. We have to travel with you everywhere, and you never stop ranting about it.
Well, I do a little bit of that, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes of the film we're about to see.
He did
are
actually
just wrapped
do
with
a.
That is true,
I
but
think
it's worth it, as you shall see.
Wasn't sure if it's like the original Top Gear or was it a standalone thing where he traveled like around the world going through the airports and stuff.
I came here on a train, 2,000 people on it, no security at all. Going on an aeroplane, ooh, well, we'll do this.
Oh, it's this one up here. There you go. Nice.
And then, of course, is your bag going to be selected for a special search? Of course it is. Yes, there you go. You've been through an X-ray machine. If you go to a hospital and you X-ray somebody's leg, okay, you say, right, it's not broken, I can see that, but let's just cut your flesh open to make sure. No, it's been X-rayed. Why are they looking at it again? Oh, here we go. Yep, salt, self-raising flour, normal flour, baking powder, talcum powder. That's from an athlete's foot. I put them in clear bags every single airport. You go through anywhere in the
Gee,
world,
I'm not sure why.
condiments and medical necessities.
I don't know, mate.
And then you're out of security and straight into a shop, which wouldn't be so bad if it sold something you actually wanted, like bog roll or cat food. But no, all they sell is perfume. Why do they think when you get to an airport, all right, I've suddenly overcome with a need to smell like Victoria Beckham? Then you've got the adverts. Look at that half-wit. Every advert in every airport makes no sense.
I can see now why James May volunteered not to be in this film.
And finally, you get to the gate, which is so far from civilization, they're still using a dot matrix printer.
We have explained to him that the walk has to be this long because aeroplanes are wide because they've got wings, but he can't seem to understand the concept.
Look, you will admit that that was a long walk, yes? I don't care what the reason is, it's a long walk.
It is quite a stretch, yes.
Which is why we decided to address the problem.
Shut him up.
So, here we are, arriving at the airport again, with what looks like normal hand luggage. Okay, what I have here, as you can see, is a perfectly ordinary wheeled suitcase. If I fold the handle away, it will fit in an overhead locker. However, if I lay it down like so, you can see it's starting to look like a car.
Not really, mate.
No, it is. It will look even more like a car when I have completed the build. And then, you heard that? A solid click like an M16 rifle bolt. This is my accelerator, my brake. And then I simply, sitting on it, be quite careful to keep that away from my plums. And I am ready to go. So where's yours?
Here.
Mm-hmm.
Laptop.
Yeah?
Put it on the floor.
Wheeled laptop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, oh, I see, you stand on it.
Yeah. And I'm off.
So where's your luggage?
In my pocket. I got pants, toothbrush, everything I need. I'm good to go.
I mean, that does look a bit dangerous.
It is. That's why I'm wearing all these pads.
Right, are we ready then to...
And he has a tendency to crash.
Air travel.
Yeah, the worst bit of our every working day is about to get better.
Let's do this.
Another advantage of this, I am tall. I reckon I'm 5'11" on this.
Yeah, there's been a bit of a role reversal.
It's good.
I'm going to be honest with you. In a matter of moments, we arrived at the check-in.
Go.
Whee!
Hello, this is the future. Oh. What?
Yeah, I forgot how to control this thing.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Ow.
Are you dripping in a bag?
No,
He's on it.
I have it here. It's here.
He's not normally that tall.
Shut up.
Into security. Oh, God, my foot.
Sorry. Sorry.
That
Sorry.
was my other foot.
Yep, that happened.
Thanks. Bet you never had a steering wheel go through customs before, have you? Ooh. Right, onwards.
No. Oh my
Whoops.
God. Whoops.
Whee! Whoops. Out of my way! Who left their luggage here?
Oh, God.
I actually have 9 wheels on my suitcase, not counting this one. Oh, that was that was a bad mistake. Ah, yeah. Sorry.
World's best suitcase, folks.
Soon we were motoring through the duty-free shops.
Oh, shit, no.
Oh, Hammer's gone.
Ow. I meant
He's gone.
The speed.
Go.
And the trick on here is actually paying attention to the skid marks
Oh, dearie me.
on the ground. You have a good inclination when to apply a bit of drift.
Oh, for God's sake.
Swift Superfly is now online. That's where the other two segments come from, is that the game basically trains you up on how to deal with the airport scenario. Alright, we're nearly there.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Is it gate 88, Hammond?
What? No, mate, it's this one.
Which one?
Oh, there's no plane! And on that terrible disappointment, back to the tent.
I enjoyed that bit.
That was quite hurty.
Right, we know how his works.
I fell out of a tunnel!
Yeah, and I'm not interested in that. I want to know how yours works. Is it...
It's
Artless.
exactly the same. It was cordless drill motor and some laptop batteries.
Right, and you're claiming that has a top speed of 28 miles an hour.
I was doing 28 when I fell out of the tunnel.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
28.
I didn't believe him either, so when the airport quietened down a bit, we organised a race.
Right, here's Abby on my superb suitcase.
And now it's to do the same thing, but in reverse. Actually cuts a few seconds off because you're not going through or coming out of the plane tunnel. This is not the ideal turn for that, but when I went for the gold on it, I found that did save me a little bit of time. Who cares if it's slippery when wet? The speed. Shit. Ooh, well, we're not getting the gold on this one, folks. Screw that up. Yeah, because this thing has a slow wind up, so audit.
Who here, hands up, who here would like to have one of those for going through an airport?
Yes.
Yo.
There you go, we're on to something.
Yeah.
So those things you've created are a complete menace to the people using them and everybody else in the airport. Fair?
Yes, that is fair. Actually, now I come to think of it. And so, on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Now, next week, there's a Grand Tour special. We're attempting to cross
Yeah, it came out last year.
That is Mongolia, using a car that we built, well, they built ourselves. See you then. Take care. Good night.
As representations of the first episodes of seasons 1 and 2 and the 13 episodes of season 3, with episodes 2 and 3, the Columbia special, combined into one. Now, I have all the achievements. I got gold medals on anything, but because I did stream this the last 2 weeks, the reason why I'm streaming it tonight, even though I have everything accomplished, is to, we have 2 episodes left to tackle. So like, again, I love the show with the 3 idiots. Yeah. You will get a kick out of how well they combined it. A lot of it does get a little bit repetitive on if you're going for completionist. The racing is real repetitive because there is no online mode for it. But they do tie in quite a lot to try and represent the actual event of the episodes. For example, Pickups and Puts Down has a first-person shooter mode. I'm not even kidding on that. There's some photography elements. There's unique challenges like trying to avoid getting hit by flamethrowers on drones in Chinese Food for Thought. Drag racing, drifting, and these are all within the episodes. The racing mode is a standard racer. This, in and of itself, is an adventure. After when they were on Top Gear, it was awesome. And then the BBC got all PC, and then that show became boring.
Hello and welcome to a Grand Tour special, which comes to you from the emptiest, most sparsely populated country on Earth, Mongolia. Now, ordinarily, when we go on these adventures, we have a vague idea about the sort of things.
I mean, I understand it, but some things go a little bit too far.
Not a clue.
But everything tends to swing back the opposite way sooner rather than later.
That's a chopper.
There, look.
Yep.
Why isn't he landing?
Oh, what's he doing?
Oh, and there's also rearranging pictures and to make a proper image challenges as well. Now, this episode was basically them driving just one vehicle, so it's probably the most different of all the episodes.
Hats? Hats?
Well, you need a hat, it's sunny.
It's fly out hats to it. So that's him gone then?
He's not landing.
No.
Does that mean we're not going home then?
Well, James, the helicopter has buggered off. So this is the webbing that... we have to take
That comes off, I
Oh,
suppose.
hello. Oh, there's a crowbar there, so that's...
good.
Right, lifting it here.
That's it.
Clear.
Oh,
Well,
I think it's a little windy.
water.
What's in?
the hell? Oh, is that an engine?
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It is fun.
TDI of some sort?
So the big adventure episodes are really the most enjoyable, but then again, that's kind of true with they were on Top Gear.
That is a rear axle.
It is. That's a master cylinder.
Guys, I don't need to look in the other one. We've an engine, we've headlights, we've a rear axle.
There's enough spare parts to build a car. Oh,
Yeah.
come on. Here?
As the other two opened the third crate, I found a mysterious bag.
The compass, a map,
Okay, well, straight away, that's a windscreen, which confirms it.
Yep.
and wheels
Land Rover.
What's that?
I have a letter.
from Mr. Willman.
The nearest civilization is a town called Moron.
Is it?
That's a surprise. It's hundreds of miles away. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of these boxes. You have enough food and water for 7 days.
What's that?
That's the town, then.
Moron.
And that's the start.
We're here. Well, we've got to go northeast, haven't we?
How far is that?
Well, we don't know. It says hundreds of miles.
I have two old men build a car with Richard.
All we need to do is...
Well, it's not the first time. Like that. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. There we go.
And since our lives depended on not crashing,
True.
Jeremy and I secretly agreed
Well, they
that
built,
Hammond
what was it?
should never be
No, they
allowed
built a
to
car
drive.
that was meant to start while the Stig was racing an actual. It was a kid car. That's what I was.
Here we go.
Yes! Oh my God, it works!
Good. Okay. Right.
Oh, James, important thing. In Mongolia, when you start on a journey, you have to turn right.
Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
That a thing?
Yeah, it is genuinely
What,
a
every
thing.
time?
Every time.
Wherever
If you
you go?
begin a journey, you go right.
Right. Here we go.
This is it.
Go.
Controls were reversed.
Hang on. The wheels are too. Hey.
Just turn it. Okay, go left, and now set off.
The steering's back to front, Hammond. How have we done that?
What do you mean it's back to front?
Well, I'm turning left.
Well, you're not. You're just going straight. Just go. Turn it the other way then. Turn
Right,
the
if
other
I
way.
turn it the other way, that's
Right.
straight, and now I'm turning right, and it's going left. So I need to keep.
And what have you two been doing for the last 2 days?
We put the hydraulic pipes on.
I remember the one that Jeremy one that almost looked like a robot. Almost fell off. That one goes like that, that like that, that like that. Right there. That there. There. That there. That like that. one am I forgetting? Oh, this. Oh, there you go.
Having fixed this minor issue, we set off again.
Yeah, the wheelchair one I would definitely remember. One almost looks like a robot.
Our car is great.
The ride is good.
It's not bad, is it?
Genuinely brilliant.
Can we have a mild brake test?
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Whoa!
Like
Come
it?
on.
They're pretty good, actually.
No, well, whoever bled those, well done. Good job.
That was you, wasn't it?
No. But the doors, I can claim, and the number plates.
Gotta go and watch a full episode to see exactly what went down with the building of the vehicle here.
No idea of how to get there. But Mr. Willman's stupid map said we should head first of all to the sandy pit.
Can't remember what it
Right, you
is.
see between those two,
Yeah.
that valley, stick to the valley floor.
Go!
Was it the like the wheelchair thing they were driving around in the mall? This one's right. And there is only one segment in this game has like a first-person driver function. Actually, so that is what it is there.
Wait a minute. Wow. Oh my God.
Whoa, look at that.
That's the sandy bit.
That's massive.
In fact, it was just a small detached bit of the Gobi Desert. But even so, it would be the first real test for our hastily built, homemade car.
Go.
Outside of the city, there are only 2 paved roads.
This one, I missed it, and we're not getting gold. We're not getting gold on this attempt, folks.
Oh my God.
Again, I already have all the achievements, so it doesn't bother me that much, but still.
Oh! Da 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 da.
Yeah, that.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, it is possible. It is more than possible to get it done in under 50 seconds.
Oh, no.
I think my time was like 48 on this one.
Let's get my compass. This is where we are going to need it. So I put the N on the end, don't I?
And then you're looking for northeast. It's sort of that way.
Yeah. The car had a low-range gearbox, but as its engine was a bit gutless, Hammond and I got out to reduce weight.
Get out and push.
They say this is the dark heart of Asia. Perhaps that's why no one comes. But, I mean, look.
Great place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there.
Genghis Khan created in just 20 years the biggest empire the world has ever seen. Why? It's not like he was cramped here.
He needed more room.
I don't really want to go to a town.
Oh.
Seven. We really are good at wildlife photography, are we? Oh, hey.
There's a callback
We admired
to when
the
they
view.
were,
The
what was it,
world's
the
best
Africa
off-road driver was beginning his
journey,
descent.
the second one, not the first.
Bollocks.
Try it up that way. James, back it up.
Ah! Oh, not again.
With Hammond's help, James finally got up the dune.
Yes, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep going, keep moving. Mind that dip. Oh, yes.
But from then on, the going got tougher and tougher.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I meant.
okay.
That's what I meant. Right, dig it.
Yes! Try it up that way.
Again.
This one straight away. That was the wrong angle. As was this.
Oh no! I'm the only one who's driven John uphill, but I'm telling you, that's too steep.
I am done on the 35.
As Jeremy continued to amaze us with his interesting facts about Mongolia,
I do know that one of Genghis Khan's cavalrymen could shoot an arrow through a marmot's head from 250 feet away while galloping.
it started to go dark. But because we'd covered so few miles, we had to plough on.
Let's sing a song. No.
Row,
Desperate
row,
to
row
cover
your
more
boat
ground,
gently
we didn't
down the
pitch the tents
stream.
till
Merrily,
1
merrily,
a.m.
merrily, merrily, life is but a dream.
And then, after another cold night of frost-hard misery, we wondered how we could make our car more comfortable.
There we go. Cushion of smug.
I tell you what, I thought of in the night.
Yes?
We should give our vehicle a name. John.
John's a good, solid name. I like it. It's honest, it's unpretentious.
Dependable people are called John.
Yes.
John Lewis.
That is a dependable shot.
Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, because it's called John.
With the comfort mods complete and John duly christened,
It's the
in
Jonomobile.
search of our next waypoint. The watery part. However, Hammond was not happy.
Is he ever?
Why are you driving?
You drove yesterday.
I didn't.
You did drive yesterday.
Didn't.
You can't remember anything, can it?
Your memory, Hammond, is just getting appalling.
I didn't drive. I still haven't driven it.
To keep Hammond's tiny mind from thinking about driving, we put him in charge of navigation. And weirdly, he was rather good at it.
So we've got these two mountain ranges, and we go left, and the watery bit will be over there.
One in every 200 people alive today can trace their ancestry back to Genghis Khan.
This one was up on the hill, I believe. that's what this thing would sound like with a bigger engine that wasn't gutless.
Thanks to John's incredible achievement, we could now see what was what. Nice one, Hammond. No lakes.
Well, we can now rule it out. We know it's not there. It must be somewhere else.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
No, I mean, it is.
Exactly.
It's there.
And so now we know where we are in relation to it.
How you doing, Mech?
With the Twin Lakes found, we could plot the next leg of our journey. Some trees are northeast, look, and there's a bumpy meadow beyond. It's definitely northeast. After a pleasant drive round the lakes and past some trees, we eventually arrived at the bumpy meadow.
The bumpy
Which
meadow.
wasn't too bad. However,
Away! Power, power, power! Whoa, bumpy!
Straight away, things are straight away.
Bump! One of the things I'm worried about is hemorrhoids from these seats. Oh, that's proper bumpy. I just dislocated my pelvis, if that's possible.
Dislocated pelvises are disconnected.
Oh, that was huge. Ow. Oh. Bloody hell.
That doesn't look comfortable.
Oh, God. Oh.
this is 500 miles. So let's say we've done 100, even if we've done 100,
Yeah.
which is probably about right.
Don't think
Getting
about
capture card tomorrow on Saturday. Nice. Which one? I went with the external Elgato one.
400 more miles.
Plug it into the
Not
USB.
sleeping, not
Bing, bang,
drinking,
boom.
Driving over that sort of stuff. God, bloody hell. I wouldn't even call that a meadow. It's not a meadow. I reckon it was invented by Genghis Khan. People he hated.
Jeremy, you've been driving for 12 hours straight.
Yeah.
You've done really well and you must be exhausted.
There we go.
Well, no, I'll tell you what, why don't I...
Yes, yeah, go on.
Really?
Yes, I can't sit
Really?
listen to this twittering on anymore. Quickly.
Really? Well, gladly. Brilliant, thank you.
Really?
Well, he just won't shut up. Can I drive? Can I
Well,
drive?
That's the
fair
catcher.
enough,
Can I drive?
That's the internal one, right?
I built it, I want to drive. First is over towards James.
Long journey here.
Oh, yeah.
Stop.
What?
Well, I'm just thinking, hang on. This is literally the most perfect spot.
He's right.
Why don't we
actually.
pitch camp here?
That is a top camping site. Look at the view.
I
and
mean,
it's
look at the
sheltered.
view there.
No, seriously, that is even you've got to admit that's a perfect
Yeah,
campsite.
shut it down, Hammond. We'll pitch camp here.
Hammond just got trolled.
With that done, we resumed our journey.
The journey
And since
resumed.
The very big crack was one of the features on our Winnie the Pooh map. We knew that next up was the wooden house. It doesn't say what the house is.
Could it be a pub?
Well,
Well, it could be.
exactly right. Or just an off license.
If it is a pub, on that map it's about 100 miles high, so we won't miss it.
Oh no, this pub is bigger than the Gobi Desert. At this point,
The
our
big pub.
conversation was interrupted by something hilarious.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
Can we just see that on that camera? I don't know if we can turn it round a bit. That's our camera tracking car. It's stuck. John isn't.
Stuck?
John
No.
is not stuck. As we needed the camera crew to make this miserable trip worthwhile, we had to rescue them.
It's a rescue up.
Smug.
I am actually full of smug.
Yeah. Okay,
Right,
here we
they're
go.
ready to go.
In 3, 2,
Go.
Gotta keep it in the green.
John has succeeded. John has pulled the mass-produced Toyota Land Cruiser out of the mire. Here's the message we're giving you all. By Mongolian.
I've got incredible aches and pains across my shoulders.
Oh, there is no bit of me that doesn't ache. There's no bit of me that's warm, comfortable, dry.
Heck of a journey.
For the sixth day on the trot in a field like an animal. Oh, my back!
I think we got some air there.
Oh, oh, God, that was not good. Still, at least things soon got worse.
Too bad we don't get to play this bit.
Brilliant. I'm just getting a golden shower now.
Oh, geez, that's the worst it's been.
If there's a cliff at the top of this, I'm going over. I'm just going to end it now. I want a glass of wine. We were aiming for the next target on our map, which was lots of trees.
And look, there are lots of trees. Kind of perfect how that's kind of laid out in a way.
Oh, look at that! Wow! Wow-wee! Holy mother of God! What an amazing place we're in. Next, we were looking for the big river. And to get a better view, we made once more for high ground.
Take to the high ground.
Come on, John. Yes, you can do it. I find that
I think it's when he's happy.
Go!
Straight away, straight ahead.
What a machine you are, John!
Also straight ahead, stay on the path. That's right, we nearly tilt this damn thing over. Down the straightaway. Whoa. Can't quite see it. Ah, there it is. And with time to spare.
At the top, there was no river in sight. Just more Mongolia.
More Mongolia.
So we broke out the map.
Right, we've got a decision to make. I reckon we're here, okay? Because we've done lots of trees. We're about just sort of the end of that bit. We've got to cross this river, whatever happens. We could go either this way, up north and around. That probably is a bit further. Or we could go south.
That is a lot further than that.
Yes, but it ends in the deep river of despair with crashing water over rocks. It's illustrated on the map. That
They've
does
made
not.
a point of drawing it like
And
that.
if we can't cross there, we'll have to come all the way back up and round anyway. If we go this way, we'll find a track. There'll be a way along the side, the flanks of that lot.
That valley there.
Yes,
Yeah,
round.
That's a long
Valley?
round.
The vampire?
Further, but it doesn't have that in it.
We are agreed then, gentlemen.
Yes.
We are heading north.
Yes.
We're not interested in pretty, we're not interested in despair, we're interested in wine. And the easiest route is that way.
North.
Saddle up.
Our decision had added yet more miles to the journey, but there was an upside to that. We would get to see more of this achingly beautiful country.
Grabbing trials of mana? Nice.
gone good. You just changed again.
Yep.
What was I not expecting to see? Yeah. What am I seeing?
Everything I saw that that's going to be a great game.
Oh.
Go.
It's going to be weird going home when you can't just set off in the direction you want to go.
I want to go over there.
Oh, just go over there. It's going to be really strange.
Whoa! Yeah, that happened. Uh-huh. That also happened.
That'll do.
The good news is this is on a... Whoa, 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 whoa. Was not expecting the heartbreak.
Go off with my bow and arrow and catch them. What do you mean?
Even though I did it before, it's like I still wasn't expecting a turn like that.
Down there now.
Look, look at the size of that eagle on that rock. Holy crap!
Oh, God, yes.
It's massive.
Oh, a smooth run to the river. Hop across it. Quick evening drive into Moron.
Yeah, we can still get there tonight now.
But then, when we arrived at the river, our hearts sank into our empty stomachs. Look at what's on the other side. I mean, look.
Yeah,
Observe to your left, gentlemen.
that is a huge problem. I mean, we can't get out.
We're not even get up there, to be honest.
Well, what do we do? I mean, we have to cross it.
Thing is, it'll take us hours
Yeah.
to find somewhere to cross. Hours.
And then it'll be dark.
Yes.
So,
We're going to have to camp here.
but we've got no food.
That wasn't quite true. We had some flour and a packet of creamer, which we mixed with some ice-sharp river water and fresh herbs to create a soup that was surprisingly disgusting.
I can imagine that probably didn't taste any good.
Next morning, we began our search for a crossing point.
But hang on, is that a gap coming up there?
Even if we could do 30 yards, look behind it. Look, we're going to turn around and try the other way.
Floor it.
Away!
Trust me, first time I did this segment, I ended up in the river. Because I was assuming you're just going to forge your way across it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
This way.
Yeah, that just happened. Still got the gold.
Eventually,
But
though,
still,
after several
crashed in the
more
water.
miles of searching,
Wait a minute. That looks extremely good.
and
That's
the
the way
river's
out.
shallow there, you see.
Yeah, where
Yep.
it's
That looks
pointing.
like a bit of a gift.
We're nearly done it.
John could swim. I'm staggered.
Wait, John!
I am staggered. We're on the way to Gin Town.
Onward to alcohol.
We were also low on fuel, but we had to plough on with the punishment. Until 2 hours later, when we came across the most wonderful thing we'd ever seen. This was the first reminder in 7 days that we were in the 21st century.
Oh my God!
Yes! Wow! I've never been so happy.
But we still had to make a critical decision.
Left or right?
On one end of this,
Is moron.
yes.
The question is, do we go left or do we go right? Right.
Oh, why right?
Because I'm very lucky. And it's lucky to go right in Mongolia.
What if that just goes all the way to nothing?
Well,
Well, if
it
we go
won't
to
go to
nothing, it'll
nowhere.
go to a power station.
It'll go to Russia. It'll go to a power station in Russia is where it'll go. One end's got a power station in Russia on the end of it.
The other has
the other
a
end-
gin and tonic.
Because it's got a gin and tonic.
Right, we've decided, let's just stick with it and have faith in our decision.
Yeah, just to be crystal clear though, if this is wrong,
I
I
kill myself.
will be the one that says, I told you it was left.
No. John has done it.
Come on. This is around the bend.
I'm winning.
Tomorrow night, Star Trek Online.
Oh my God.
Resuming to work on the my new Klingon Defense Force character to coincide with the year of the Klingon announcement that the developers announced last week. Friday, I'm doing another run of Blackwell Unbound. I played that and finished that a few weeks ago, last month actually. But there is one last achievement in it, and it's a big one. We gotta have the character smoke 100 cigarettes, and I will likely be able to do that on stream just to, you know, time that out. Like how long it actually takes. There is an exploit for it, but that's the plan for Friday.
I'm worried though, because just a few miles later, we discovered that in Mongolia, it really is lucky to turn right. What a heavenly sight.
Then Saturday, Twitch Sing. Sunday, Overwatch on the PC. Monday, back to Final Fantasy 15. Monday and Tuesday next week.
How far away do you reckon it is?
Wednesday,
Come on, then. Let's get this thing finished.
Let's do it.
maybe the Division 2. We finished that, but there's still DLC to do.
It hasn't been easy, has
14
it?
is.
It really hasn't. I mean,
14. 15 is the proper adventure. It, 14 and 15 came out about the same time.
It's just been a constant source of wonderment. The actual business of getting across it has been by far and away the most difficult, grueling, arduous journey we've ever done.
I would say we've got hundreds of components.
I haven't sent any beer, or gin, or wine, or alcohol of any sort.
Let it end.
And after this, we got one more quote-unquote episode to do to finish this game outright.
I can save this.
And he's rolled it.
got me. Hell.
Ah! Fact is, though, we couldn't have done any of that without John.
No, it's been incredible.
Something else, you know, even though we built it in the middle of a field in the dust, it has been unutterably reliable. The
Hasn't
only
broken
thing we've had to
down.
do to this car is change the fuse.
Yeah.
It took about 30 seconds. But the moral of that is, if you're going on an expedition and you're absolutely dependent on your car for your life, get a John.
Yeah. Look. I can't, I'm so excited.
It's civilization.
Oh my God. I've never wanted to arrive anywhere more than just there.
Here we go. As we go
this
past
is
the sign,
it.
we're officially
We
there.
are arriving and we are here.
We're in Moron!
Hello, moron. We love you.
Hello, Moron! We have travelled far!
What a journey.
The smoothness!
Oh, this is beautiful. I like this tarmac, Lark.
Right, we have now completed Mr. Willman's mission.
Yes.
Let's get on with completing ours.
Yes, where's the pub?
Exactly.
Find the pub to the
Just
bar.
another thing, as we've done Mr. Willman's mission, this bit's for us. James, can I drive this bit?
No chance.
Oh, come on.
No, seriously, Helen, it's not worth the risk at this late stage of you putting it on its side.
What risk?
It might be a bend. It might say finish.
It won't be a bed. You've had all the fun, you've done the exciting bits, the dunes and the mountains and the gullies and the deserts and
Yeah,
the
and
forests.
now the town.
James,
What?
seriously, just to shut him up, why don't you just let him have a go?
Oh, really?
Just let him drive. Pull up
Seriously?
here. Yes, honestly, just
All right.
please pull up here.
It's your fault.
Oh, yes.
Unbelievable.
Right, now you see some driving.
There we go. We're pub.
I found a pub.
It's done 2 feet.
And it's locked.
Shut.
What?
It's shut.
Do you know it is as well?
It is shut.
And on that
On
terrible
that
disappointment.
It's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
Episode.
Thank you. And coming up in this never-to-be-forgotten show, Richard operates a bat. James sits in a car humming. And I park outside a cathedral. Thank you so much. Now this is a bit of a Ford-based show.
bit?
Because we were staggered to hear the other day that they're thinking of pulling the plug on the Mondeo.
Now, this is enormous news. In Britain, losing the Mondeo is a bit like, well, losing the royal family.
Yeah, and if that happened, someone would make a documentary about it.
Quite, which is why we decided this week the Grand Tour should make a documentary about the passing of Ford's medium-sized family saloon. It's exciting stuff.
Very exciting stuff.
The Mondeo story actually begins way back when the world was black and white. With this, the Ford Cortina. This is Genesis, the first chapter in easily the most important book in British motoring history.
The taillights are what makes it
Came
work.
along in 1962, and apart from the CND rear lights, it was nothing special. It wasn't revolutionary like the Mini, it was just an ordinary family saloon. Ford therefore decided that to put it on the map, they'd mount an assault on the world's racetracks, which meant creating a high-performance version, the world's first ever fast Ford. And this is what they came up with.
And we're going to take it around the track, and we're going to fly off the track. Probably twice. This thing has no grip whatsoever.
Life doesn't get much better than this.
And in an arcade racer, a Ford...
Mark 1 Lotus Cortina. This thing is a riot.
Go.
It took me, I want to say, maybe 30 minutes of constant practice to get the gold medal on this one, to get it around in a 124. Because I am super aggressive. Like that. And sometimes I end up using crashes to actually push me in the right direction. Not ideal whatsoever. Yee. But yeah, we're not getting the 124 on this run.
Oh, look at that for a
Some of my
tiny
turns, bit too wide, bit too aggressive, and yeah. Ooh, the bronze, yeah. Proof I've actually got the gold.
1.6 litre engine, which sounds like a murder of mad bees. It revved like hell, all the way to 8,000 RPM, and produced 105 horsepower.
All the power.
Oh, wow! The result was some spectacular performance. The road cars would do 108 miles an hour, and in race trim, that shot up to 145. That was the stuff of...
And then they take the rear seats out, and it gets even faster.
Best of all, if you were really on it, it would lift the front wheel in the corners. On the downside, it didn't stop properly, and there was very little grip.
Which I actually said.
So it was an oversteer mentalist.
Go.
Wow!
Oh my God.
There we go.
Very, very quickly here.
The drifting challenges are kind of easy. This track is a bit is snug, but a little.
It is quite scary through here.
This. Like I said, the drift exploit is great because you can just spam a bunch of mini drifts. And still get the gold. No, I forget. Do we have to end up doing
It was also
another one with a race?
Autocar magazine ran one for a year, 29,000 miles, and in that time it needed 6 rear axles and 3 sets of rear suspension, and probably a whole load of new half shaft as well, because they were made from chocolate. But it didn't matter,
chocolate.
because the Lotus Cortina wasn't designed to last a lifetime. It was designed to last about 40 minutes, because that is how long a race lasted. Back in the early 60s, saloon car racing in Britain was just about the most exciting motorsport the world had ever seen.
Go. Come on, no. Stop.
The proper race.
What are you doing here? Now, hold on.
Gigi.
Thank you, Mac. How's that for a proper drift? Catch it up, catch it up.
Not on purpose. Whoops.
Some say
Oh, hello.
that she is not the stick. Whoa.
Release the Kraken! Hey, where's the Kraken?
In my rear view mirror. All right.
Yeah. I was very brave. Damn him. Oh, no! Come on.
Oh, we shot that turn. It really does go with everything. Straight ahead.
Yes.
The massive American Fords would roar down the straights, and then in the corners, the army of minis would be right back at them. It was beautiful, snarling chaos.
By the way, Mick, trying to play Mercy on console in Overwatch, real difficult.
It actually won the championship in
I gotta figure out. I gotta actually rebind the control.
In 1966, it won the RAC Rally.
Oh, I can't quite.
Go.
I had a hard time with her because the layout of her abilities is not as intuitive as others, in my opinion. So I kind of gotta feel like I gotta rebind controller buttons to use her properly. I do. I play, yes, every Sunday. Because everyone I know plays Overwatch on PC.
At this point in history, rationing had only just given way to the Rolling Stone. And the glamorous Cortina caught the mood of the moment.
And not to mention, I'm going to say this right now. The smarter Overwatch players are on PC.
That made the ordinary family man feel
because
like he wasn't just a downtrodden cog. These were the best-selling cars Britain had ever seen by miles.
Yeah. I gotta put it this way. In comparison, I've done, because the only way I can get like some achievements on certain characters, because I am intentionally achievement hunting, is doing Quick Play Classic on, and like, ooh, no one is playing support or tanks.
An E in amber gold, just like that. And in it was my dad. And that was impossible. I can still remember now.
Definitely see a lot more Genjis on the console side than I do on the PC side.
The hairs on the back of my neck are rising now in exactly the same way as they did on that autumn
What's the
day
other
50 years
differences?
ago. I can also remember the enormity of the hug I gave my dad because I was just so proud of him. I mean, he had an E. An E stood for executive.
Because I don't use, because the way my voice chat when using the Xbox is running it through the PC, so I don't enable voice chat on that. But ooh,
years later in South Wales, another young boy called James May.
Definitely just saying this, that playing Overwatch, if you want to play with good players, play on the PC side.
Just up the road from ours, when his dad came in and said that
if you want to play with a bunch of clowns, play Overwatch on the console side.
So, I went outside, and there, parked next to the curb, was a brand new Cortina GXL. And I thought, well, that can't be my dad's new car. But it was.
This was the all-new Mark III Cortina. And because it was the GXL model, it had chrome strips on the grille, and a vinyl roof, and 4 auxiliary dials that were angled towards the driver.
It also had something called a rev counter, and I'd never seen one of those before. But when I looked at it, I suddenly became aware that my body could produce semen.
Well, there's your TMI moment of the night, folks.
Not all children in Britain were as fortunate as James and me. Because some of them were born in Birmingham. And you couldn't really have a Ford here because this was the home of British Leyland.
I grew up here on this street, and I remember the day my dad came home with our new car. I prayed it would be a Cortina. Literally prayed. But it wasn't.
Flip that. Flip that. Flip it around. Definitely not a Ford.
Was a shoulder-sagging bag of disappointment called the Austin Allegro Estate.
Take a baseball bat to it.
4 doors. What was my father thinking? Why did he do that to us? I fell to my childish knees, threw my head back, and I howled at the sky.
In excitement, he was excited to have an Allegro.
Brake servo and the alternator as standard. I'm sorry to keep banging on about this GXL thing, but my mate Lonnie, his dad only had an XL, so he was scum. Away!
Cruising down the highway. I should have just went hard on the brake and drift. I mean, this track is, or course rather, is 2 minutes long. One could argue that each little slight crash takes about a second off. It's really precious when you're looking to complete everything in this. It's like, well, don't crash. Yeah, I try not to. But as you see, the results are not always what I want them to be. And we're going to end up a bit north of 140. At 143. I was actually right.
I never wanted to, because that really would be meeting.
It was like, what are the odds? Yeah, it's like I did that plenty of times. Like I said, after the Saturday stream and everything, I was up to 5 in the morning trying to get all the gold medals.
With Ford's four-door saloon. Because of this love
So it was like,
Ford sold a Cortina somewhere in Britain every 47 seconds.
with the exception of Birmingham.
In 20 years, they sold 2.6 million of them. And let me put it this way, British Leyland took twice as long as that to sell half as many Minis. The Cortina then had become a part of the fabric of Britain. It was the nitrogen of our existence. But on the 22nd of July, 1982, Ford pulled the plug. And that was the end of that. Sad story, but it's a great story.
It goes on.
You feel better? Ford didn't give up on the idea of a multi-million selling medium-sized family saloon. They came up with a replacement. It was called the Sierra. Here is a picture of it. And to begin with, it was a bit of a lemon.
It was. When it came out, everybody said they hated its kind of futuristic aerodynamic shape. They said it looked horrid, like a jelly mold.
It is.
And then everybody worked out the aerodynamics didn't even work.
Another problem was the motor trade hated it because that plastic front end, if you had a crash, it would boing back into shape, which was all brilliant, but you didn't know that everything behind it was actually smashed to pieces.
Now, Ford decided there was only one way to get everybody to fall in love with its new mid-sized family saloon, something they'd done before. Make a fast version.
Yes. Always make a faster version of everything, folks.
The Sierra RS Cosworth.
RS
Car
for
that
rally
can do
sport.
150 miles an hour.
No one.
Yeah! Come on, this is it! Oh, God. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, dear God.
It's the big swivel. From side to side, banging against the walls.
Oh, no. Go, go, go!
Ooh, screw that up.
Oh, what a tit. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my God.
Where else can you beat the crap out of a Ford?
I shall be victorious.
Yeah, of all the things to smash, it's like, oh, we just perfectly go around that corner without banging into anything. Sold like 1150.
1986, lots of cars could do 150, but not a Ford. That was madness. BMW and Mercedes could not believe it. This was the gardener coming into the parlour and kicking the Baron's teeth out. To keep the road-going rocket ship pointing mostly in the right direction, it got beefed-up suspension
And a rear wing.
diff, and its most famous feature, that massive back wing. And that wing says everything about the Cosworth. Compared with grown-up things from Mercedes and BMW, it says, ah, sod off. I don't care what you think about me.
Begin.
Oh, great. Reverse on a timed lap. See if we can get under a minute 5 on the first attempt. Problem is, I hate coming around this. I hate coming around that corner on the first side. We're going to have to shoot for it on the second lap.
Oh my God.
So usually about it.
It is mighty.
How much that one crash affected us? Quite a bit. This is going to be like about a 115 to 120. Oh, well, 112.
Oh dear God. Give it everything you've got. Oh my God.
Eek. That was terrible. The funny thing is, you do it off stream, try to do it on stream, no, it doesn't quite work out. Performance pressure? I think we might be able to get one more lap out of this if I'm timing this right.
Plenty of power, this is good. Come on, come on, come on.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Oh, good.
And there we go.
Not that way. Bloody hell.
Yeah, you saw that, folks.
Keep going.
Oh, now I go around that corner nicely.
Come on, this is it. Go, go. Oh, for God's sake.
And this is a victory lap. That's what it is.
Go, go, go. Oh, God.
This is like a really bad mate. You know, the one you absolutely love, but nobody appreciates you hanging around with them. Cosworth turned the Sierra into one of the most desirable cars on the planet. And because it only cost 17 grand, 6 grand less than a BMW M3, your local builder could have one.
Goody.
However, while everyone wanted Ford's latest working class hero, not everyone was prepared to pay for it. Things got so bad by the early 90s that the Sierra Cosworth was 5.5 times more likely to be stolen than any other car. There were numerous
Yeah, people
reports
will
at the
pick it
time
up
of
off the
Cosworth
street
owners
and take it.
receiving insurance quotes that were more than the value of the car, and eventually ensuring a Sierra Cosworth became not just expensive, but impossible. They were uninsurable. But by then, it didn't matter. The Sierra Cosworth had done its job, just as the Lotus Cortina had done 25 years earlier, by making an ordinary family saloon seem impossibly cool.
Insane.
Honestly, I'm just freaking drooling. Absolute legend, drooling watching. We must now find out how fast let's see if I can still pronounce it properly, the Cuzzer.
Yeah, I still got it. That's it, yeah.
The Cuzzer, you know what I mean, the Cuzzer. Let's see how fast it goes around the Ebola drug.
And for a minute 10.
And away it goes, gentle off the line, but then a scuff of wheel spin as the turbo roars into life.
Rondi.
It like it's stolen.
Oh, it is actually stolen. It's a Cosworth.
A 1980s gear change work out there, and a lot of body roll on those soft 80s springs. Back down the isn't. Okay, hard braking for old lady's house. This won't be the fastest car we've ever seen, but I can bet you...
Ooh, that was pretty. That was so pretty.
Back on the power for the blast to substation. Only field of sheep left.
Here we go, here we go. And a minute 8.
I was really expecting the full crossed up or crossing over. It does that four-wheel drift thing, same as the Lotus Cortina. That's what they do. Anyway, let's see now how quickly Abby got it round the Ebola-drome, shall we?
I got it around in a minute 8. In reality, a minute 31.
What?
Well, it's faster than a Lamborghini.
I told you that thing was slow. It's actually slower than a Ford Sierra. But the interesting thing for me there is it's quicker than a Ford Fiesta ST 200, and they both have the same power, don't they? About 200 horsepower.
It did, yeah. I think what that goes to show is, despite all the improvements in suspension and tyres, you can't beat fitting something with a sodding great turbo. A massive turbo does the job.
Anyway, can I get back to our documentary?
Yes.
Because in 1993, Ford stopped making the Sierra and decided instead to export the idea that had revolutionised Britain to the whole world.
What they came up with was something they called a world car. Something not just for everyone here, but for everyone everywhere.
They called it the Mondeo, and it achieves something that no car in history has ever managed.
It killed off the Ford saloons.
Over the years, Richard, James and I have driven all...
Oh yeah, and it's the one car that these three actually all liked.
We've waxed lyrical about many of them, drooling over their styling or their handling. But incredibly, there is only one car that we all like. This one, the Mondeo ST Estate.
Go.
I like the speed.
Oh, there's a surprise. Rubbish.
Do you know what I liked? It's the fast version, but it was still comfortable. These seats were great. It still rides properly. It doesn't make a terrible racket. It's just civilized.
Upside down.
I like the way it was a proper practical estate. It had a massive boot, and Ford had the sense to give it 5 doors.
Damn, I hate this road, and I'll never have to go down it again. Unless it's in like let's ends up in another video game. Nice. You're gonna have to tell me how that is. I am actually.
Oh my god! Ow!
I think these crashes yet. Crashes didn't help me. Do we? Oh, we still barely got across there.
V6 engine, 200 horsepower.
Not that it mattered, but still.
Top speed 150.
Going in a straight line is something impossible for me to do.
As quick as a Cosworth.
Another streamer I know streams I'll be. Oh, neat.
When they turned it into the ST220 in 2002, it looked right as well. They should have sold these by the million.
But there was a problem. The minivans, people carriers, and whatnot.
This. The first so-called MPV, the Toyota Picnic. In 1996, when it was first introduced, we laughed at it because
Your phone has a webcam?
so stupid.
I mean, why name a car after something you might do in it? Picnic.
I never quite figure. Yeah, there's ways to do that. I just haven't quite figured that
Ordinary act is not even exciting.
part out. Not to mention, I don't like the idea of like what I'm gonna do. Stand it up like this.
And the MPVs kept coming, and leasing a Mercedes got cheaper, and the effect on Ford...
Granted, probably frees up a USB slot, but still.
In 1994, they sold 127,000 Mondeos in Britain. In 2017, that was down to 12,000. In America, things are so bad, the Mondeo will be pulled from the showrooms this year. And it's predicted that soon after that, it'll go from the rest of the world as well. And when that happens, Britain will have lost much.
Yeah, that's
more
right.
than just
Who does that? I think Swanky Pigeon has that type of setup. I'm not totally sure.
Or spectacular. It never won Le Mans. It was never awarded a Nobel Prize. It didn't write The Grapes of Wrath.
In that case, I could probably dig out my old Note 3 and do that too.
And go into the pub with.
But that battery on that thing is practically worthless.
And here's the thing. When someone fancy or spectacular like, say, Mick Jagger dies, it'll be sad. But when your mate dies, that is heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's the one thing about me. I kind of like everything hardwired.
So, to give this car the send-off it deserves,
I'm weird like that.
we've booked Lincoln Cathedral.
And actually, it's my preference wanting everything hardwired. It's like apparently I'm the only person at my job who's working from home that's not having any issues because everyone else stupidly went with the Wi-Fi setups. Oh, if you want to order one, Elijah, I forget which one. I think the one that I have listed is a good one. If you can get the superior one is the Logitech Stream Cam. Those are sold out. Those are impossible to find. But the one I currently use, it should be listed in my things. Okay, how come I can't get this thing to... Okay. I am actually... Out of a matter of pride, Yeah. Okay. It is centered... There. I got my pride on that. Ah, yeah. Maybe I'll go that way. And it's like I said, if I'm going with a new rig or something like that, I can put money aside for it. We'll see. You're going for all new gear. So you're going for top gear. Hey, I freely admit I'm an idiot.
Very sad. It is. It's very sad, and it's not the only.
That's right. You spent
British
1,400,
motoring
which is
institution
double
that's
what I
coming
spent on my
to an
last.
end. We are. This is not just the last in the series. I mean, sorry, it's the show as you know it is actually ending with, you know, the track, audience, us three, and really badly fitting jackets every week. Well, this is the last one.
It is. It is. And it's sad, but we have been doing it together for 17 years.
Going back in my head, there's the cow on the Camaro.
Yeah.
The indestructible Toyota.
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah.
Beach buggies across the dunes.
Yeah.
I mean, that was.
All right, we're updating the thing here because that was the last thing we needed to finish this game.
It's all been epic. Don't stop.
What?
Don't stop. Carry on, please.
Well, we do have some good news. We do have some good news. We're not.
Oh.
We're not stopping.
We can't. We'd have to get jobs.
No, we're not actually stopping.
No, I mean, the truth is, Amazon loves us. We love Amazon, so we'll carry on a bit.
Yeah, we'll stick around. The thing is, as I said, the show as you know it is ending, and that's very upsetting for us. You know, the audience and the, you know, and this sort of thing and the track. But
And the
we'd like
tour
to see
is now
doing
updated.
more big adventures. Road trips, specials. Who wants some specials? Yeah. There is. There is.
There's still so much of the world we haven't been to.
So many people I haven't insulted.
So, there are so many cars he hasn't crashed.
Yeah, exactly. So although this is gone, the Grand Tour goes on.
And then COVID-19 hit, and they couldn't, and they had to cease production.
Walking sticks and nothing.
No, we are. So while it's not goodbye from us, it is goodbye from this. Anyone want to buy a tent? See you. Take care. Take care.
Do, 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 do. Bum, ba-da. And you know what? We still, because of the late starts from my stream, we still basically got an hour to fill. So, or this end up doing something else. Okay, and for validation, Grand Tour 112. You unlocked all the achievements for this game. So there you go. Gamer score is sitting at a nice, pretty 11,280. Not bad for having this console for 2 months and not really diving into a lot of games that don't have a lot of stuff here. But I have. Do I have Steam open up? I do. Why? I always have it open. What I have installed ain't much at the moment. I got Black Route Unbound, which I'm doing on Friday for the 100 cigarette for the chain smoker achievement. And a few other miscellaneous stuff that I kind of play while working. Yeah. And that's me. You send me a message. Okay. I will need to move it over to my side screen then. So this way I can. This way I can see it. Because here's the thing, I got two monitors. The big monitor ends up being the console monitor. But what we're going to do... I'm trying to decide, what shall we do for like some bonus stuff here? Like, what do I have good to go at this exact moment? I'm probably going to have to knock the... volume down on this a ton, because this game... Duzzle. This one, the HD. There we go. And they put it on the wrong screen. I dragged the messaging over. Input this Steam key. Okay. Where is it? Games. Oh! Thank you, Mac. Oh, that's a 50 gig game. Thank you, Mac. We'll add that to this year's agenda of stuff to do. Thank you very much, Mac. Now the question is, when the real question is going to end up being, when will I get to it? Will I make it like a once a week game? Damn, I would have to. Yeah, well, the plan was to switch this controller, the wire controller, back and forth anyway. Although I do have, maybe I'll buy a third one and have it just being a PC only controller. And yes, this is a thing, folks. I've been trying to beat this on normal without losing. We'll go with Ken. Again. I just blocked myself in. Yeah. Okay, that didn't work out the way I wanted it. This is easily one of the most surreal things we've done. Thank you very much for hooking me up with the Trials of Mana. You must learn when to defend and when to attack. Problem is, I'm guessing if you memorize the patterns, you actually get a... Let's see, what do we... that dropped in the wrong spot there. Watch, normally it's about the 5th fight or battle stage. I end up having problems here. Dude. Let's see. Can just stack that. That was a nice combo we managed to build. Wow, really? Oh, that was a miss. Not what I wanted. That was the bad move. Uy vey. Alright, that got a little bit more complicated. Doo-doot. I wonder what the interlude is going to be. That drops that there. Well, that was surprisingly easier compared to the previous round. So, 21 minutes in. Yeah, when in doubt, beat the crap out of Dan, Hibiki. Donovan was out of what? Darkstalkers? That ended up in the wrong spot. Two-hit combo. We win. We must learn when to defend and when to attack. Hey, look, Giles is in the background. Before he goes with everything. He's the lifeguard. Ah, damn it. Damn. Like I said, it's always I can never quite get to put them away. And you got to do it on normal or hard for it to come for an achievement. So. Not what I intended, but oh well. At least we won that time. Morgan. Uy, vey. I'm not getting the one I need. I hope you have fun playing Trials of Mana when you find space. Yeah, I just gotta figure out like how am I gonna work that in. Because I got Final Fantasy 15 at the moment, that and with how I'm playing that, that's definitely a big, huge adventure. Granted, I could advance the plot and I'll stop doing the side quests, Alright. Wow, we just got smoked on this. Woo! Chun-Li looks like Falcon Cheese World of Warcraft character. As in just mean looking. Sure. I always like to hear something funny. You already have it down. Neat. I try to avoid any downloads when I'm during the stream, so it's sorry. Those have seen the kind of like slight issue that ends up being with Twitch Sings on Saturdays. No, the frame drop issue just on the uploads. Ah, crap, I dropped that in the wrong damn spot. So you're gonna start playing it right now, Mac? Are you waiting until you get your stream card, stream or capture card? The most difficult challenge ever. Dan and Vicky. Or rather, Akuma. Got the combo. Come on. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I screwed up. Damn. No, I just ran to the menu, so if I run, then I can play. Yeah. Have a good night, Mech. Again, thank you very much for hooking me up with the Trials of Mana. Greatly appreciated, sir. Yes, sir, I am. Like I said, we created a new character last week to try and hopefully be in sync with the Year of the Klingon event. So hopefully that will work out the way I intend. Hey, we won! Woof! Let the credits roll! Have a good night, Mech. We didn't get an achievement though, so I'm not gonna count this for the tour. We beat it, but there are certain qualifiers I want to use. For little games, if there was an achievement for actually just beating it outright, well, the difficulty thing, it would have rolled it with it like that. Yeah, we'll add it. I already used that exception with one of the standard Street Fighter games earlier in the year. And yes, it's pulling up my hair. I kind of wish that Super Gem Fighter had an X. Is that Super Gem Fighter is not available on the Xbox Store, which is unfortunate. Let's do something else. You know, let's do a little console Overwatchy things. Where are we?
I made a chronal accelerator. I'm sure I can do this. To all agents of Overwatch. That's not right. To the former agents of Overwatch.
To the former agents of Overwatch. It's amazing that they actually play the cinematic every time you launch the console version. PC version, no, they say fuck it. Plus, I think I gotta play for like a loot box or something too on this side. Yeah, I already know I'm going to be either playing practice, support or tank anyway. It's impossible.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis. Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
Okay, which tank or support am I going to play?
Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
When and if I get like some of my skins, but not all of them.
Your safety is my primary concern.
I heard there's a nice reward for bringing you fellas.
Attackers incoming in 30
I mean, there are some huge disadvantages to playing this on the console side. Perhaps the biggest one is can't really, like, you lose a lot of the keybinds. Keybinds.
Please move behind the bar. 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. Barrier activated. Time for a new adventure. Don't move. You are advised to not so fast.
We're still standing.
I recommend moving behind my guy. Not so fast.
Really? Where was my support?
I still have a job to do. Requesting healing. Rally at my objective. Lost. New defense point. Please move behind the barrier. Cease your resistance. Surrender my will. Halt! Your safety. Please move behind the barrier. Double. Triple kill.
Achievement! Whew.
I need healing. Огонь по готовности. I'm on fire. Stop. You are alive. Repair the damage. Not so fast. Get behind the barrier. This is right there. Fortifying defenses. Do not get
Who the man? I'm the man. Whee!
Allow me to repair the damage.
Oh boy.
Not so fast.
Like I said, I have not left this point at all.
I recommend moving behind my barrier. 60 seconds remaining. Stop right there. Огонь по готовности.
Achievement!
Defense mode activated. Greetings. 10 seconds.
Woo boy!
Victory. Play of the game.
It's me!
Cease your resistance.
That's my objective. We got 2 loot boxes. We're gonna open them. Alright, let's see. Do we get anything good on this? Because unlike on the PC side, I have to re-unlock everything. On the PC side, where I have damn near everything unlocked. On the console side, that ain't the case. Let's go ahead and take a good look at this moment again here.
You're not getting away. Cease your resistance. Quadruple kill.
As I said, it was a great moment. And we got 2 achievements out of that too. So that actually covers, because I will admit I am on that try to get an achievement a day kick. So what are they? 1, get a 20-player killer streak in quick play or competitive play. And then it's like amplify 900 damage with a single use of Orissa's supercharger in quick or competitive play. Yeah, we did that. It is. Let's go. And again, I am intentionally achievement hunting. I was like, one of the big ones I want Moira's Coalescence achievement. And like hitting 7 folks at once with it. Which damn near took me a year to actually more than a year to actually hit that on the PC side.
Traveling to Eichenwald. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Oof. Alright, that actually makes it simple. Anybody remember for like the longest time I was rocking this skin?
I can't wait to get into the fight.
On the PC side for a long time.
Attack
I called it the David Bowie skin.
I don't like this standing around.
What an interesting hypothesis.
I am ready to roll.
Okay, 3 supports, 1 tank. 3 damage.
Attack commence. Capture objective A.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Focus my target.
I will rebuild you. The power of destruction.
Mark on my target.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Boosting it.
Regenerate your cellular sword. Tell me how this feels. Pass this forth.
Beam activated.
Setting out the welcome mat.
Damn it!
Duplicating Genji.
New beginning. New thinking.
I'm on the objective. Coming.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Escort the payload.
Who could it be?
This will restore you.
Look at you.
Check this out.
My will made real.
There they are.
This is my will. Regenerating your cellular structure.
Let's get you healed up.
Not yet. Watch from afar. I will rebuild you. The payload used. Certainly.
Double power. They're crashing the party.
My will made real. This will heal you. Repairing the damage. I require assistance. I'll get into position.
Setting out the welcome mat.
Get back. Oh, my jam.
This will restore you. Surrender to my will. Огонь по готовности.
Oh, let's break this.
This is my will. Double. Injured again. The payload has reached
I'm ready to take
the power of destruction.
Audio ready.
I've passed this forward.
Whee!
Deploying the Vigashi. The power of destruction. Double.
I'm on the payload.
My strength ends.
finishing myself.
I'm on fire.
Your cellular structure.
Whether it be PC or console, don't fuck with me when I'm Moira.
The payload moves. Circle. Strike flow. Sails on the hull. Surrender to my will. The payload moves without desired
Ooh, and another win.
Victory. Play of the game.
I got robbed. Just knowing how to balance things. All right. So, I think on that triumphant bombshell, folks, we will call it an evening. We finished the Grand Tour game formally. We played some Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, and we won a couple matches in Overwatch and got a couple achievements as well. So all in all, a very productive evening. Now comes the fun thing of seeing who is on, who am I going to raid this evening? It's just about now. Lady Atara has no viewers. So that's who we're going to send our viewership to, as little as it is, but we can at least help boost their things up. 88. So, with that said, everybody, tighten your friendship bracelets, watch your hang down. We're doing Star Trek Online on Thursday, and see you later. Bye.
Once there was a silly old ant, thought he'd eat a Robert Tree plant. Anyone knows that?